Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Tuesday night, and you know what that means, the same old routine, but hopefully it's fun for you. Yes, we do the same thing. We're just responding to some comments, saying hello to you guys. We're expecting a scammer to call us at 6:15. I hold not much hope, but you never know. It's been crazy, crazy. Very good. They have gotten lazy. Some of them don't even have a phone number. You can't call them back. You look at the website, there's no phone number. It's big scams happening out there all over the place. Let's get to self-aware. He says here, fuck the Fed and double fuck the fiat. There will be no respect towards anything soon. Fidelity on all fronts gone. Lace up your boots and tighten up your belt. Know thyself. Indeed, for those of you who are aware of monetary history, gold and silver will have the respect and will get the respect they deserve. Two is here. Welcome. Paul Sargent is with us. Welcome to Jenks. Jam Unleashed is with us tonight. Good to see you, sir. Richie Luxury, Dean R. is with us. We've got Liquid Electrum. Yes, big drop today, that's for sure. You're right, Michael K. Maybe they're on to me. That very well could be the case. But big drop, I just posted a video about that here. In fact, the Master Blaster is responding to it here. Sometimes the comments, I'm way down the list, and this showing from 2 seconds ago from Master Blaster. Go figure. Everything went south today. I did get a deal on mortgage this morning. Manipulation for sure. That's right. Crazy. And fear. I think fear is an even bigger driver. But yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Sir Alfred is here. Welcome. We got ED345. Lars Job is here with some beer. Nice. All right. Cheers to you. Yes, indeed. Good to see Mike Brewer, Steve Lapointe. And thank you again, Lars Job. He made a champion. Massive channel gift memberships Sunday was crazy, wild. All right, let's see here. We've got Kung Fu Licious. I love that name, Kung Fu Licious. That's pretty cool. Says the following: I'm a complete newbie metalhead, and I'm so grateful for channels like this. So much to learn from. Thanks from Cape Town. All right, thank you, Kung Fu, coming to us from Cape Town, South Africa. Welcome, sir. Honored to have you here, and I appreciate you watching. This is a great community, a lot of great channels there, and I appreciate that you're making this one a part of your viewing adventure. Yes, indeed. Good to see F37 Metal is here. Good to see you. And Steve C is here. All right, and JM Unleashed has a club soda on his on his end. That's very cool. You know, when I think of club soda, I think of some a soda that's got these little sticks in the shape of clubs in them, and he stirs them up with his little clubs, or he clubs somebody over the head with a full bottle of soda. That would probably be smart a bit if you did that. Club soda. You can throw it at the criminals that are invading your towns and cities from Venezuela. What do you think of that? Use the clubs, club them with a soda. That's right, Michael K. from South Africa, which is the S in the BRICS. In BRICS, all right, very good. Joe Kirby says, I really like A-Mark silver rounds from the 80s. Yes, those are pretty cool. Indeed. Nice stuff. Those old A-Mark rounds. And bars, too. I like the little chunky 1-ounce bars. They have 10-ounce bars that are fairly common as well. Michael Porter, great video, Sal. Hey, I know you don't have a crystal ball, but do you think the silver will go back up over $30 to $35 after the Fed cuts rates? I think by the end of the year, it should be $35. And I think when they cut rates, I think it will go up probably to $30 again. But yes, and I don't have a crystal ball, but I do have one made of glass. So there is that. But I hear to get a pure crystal ball, it's pretty expensive. But if I do get a pure crystal ball and I start making predictions, it will give me just an edge of legitimacy. But I'm not willing to spend the money for it. I can buy silver with it instead. All right, very good. And we've got Mike Rolling says the following. Shocking, a company that sells metals is saying we should buy metals, just like the miner sellers are not the best source of honest data analysis. I'm not sure I get what you're saying. Shocking, a company that sells metals is saying we should buy metals. Yeah, well, and that's right. Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to say that. They're in the business for selling it. That's why we have to do our own due diligence and research and see if it's the right thing for you. I mean, most of the channels out here, I mean, if you're sponsored by a bullion dealer, it may not mean quite as much, but most of them are honest brokers, even as such. and they're not necessarily going to push us, their bullion company they're sponsored with. They're just telling you they want you to buy precious metals. Joe Cavey, Sal, thank you so much. This is a first super chat of the night. Thank you, Joe. Wedge that old camera so we can see a push-up. The huffy puffy stuff ain't cutting it, buddy. Well, Joe, I actually have done that before, and there's old live streams where I've done it, and there's actually a video where I've done it. I don't know the names of it. We did a fundraiser for a member of this community, and I actually showed myself doing push-ups. That was a pain in the rear end to do, by the way, but I have done it before. You just got to kind of take my word for it. But if those long timers here know that I actually do them. Now, I don't have the best form. There's some times where I get into it, and I know my back is not completely straight. I'm arched. I don't do it on my knees, but I am actually doing the push-ups. Yes. But thank you, sir. Appreciate that. But maybe one of these days, if we have something special that comes along, and if I can get this thing cleaned up, and part of it's a mess in here too. Besides, I've got to cover my face, and it's just, there's a lot that goes into it, rather than just me just whacking on down and just whoosh, doing them, knocking them out quick. But admittedly, my form is probably not the best. I know I start out okay, but I know in time I'm like, I'm struggling, and I'm not. It's but I'm going to try my best. Anyways. But thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. And we've got the Bill 4572. Very interesting view he has. Remember the video where they keep beads of gold, I guess, to have money and when they need it. I like the term old peasant. That means scavenger, I guess. That's true. By the way, you know what? Here I am talking about push-ups, and Steve is saying, show the push-ups. I owe him 10 push-ups for that super chat. So there we go. Let me knock out 10. I almost forgot. Hello, Dennis Niemeyer. Sir Davey, thank you, brother. Everybody thumb up his super chat. We got 4, myself included in it. So let's give 10 push-ups for Joe Cavey, and I'm going to do we're going to try to do them in great form. I'm going to do them in great form here. So here we go. All right. Shoulder apart, back straight, chin up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. All right. Yeah. Got 10 out. Make those happen pretty good. Good to see you guys. Sign Up is with us tonight. Good to see Thrash Panda Real. Good to see you. And we've got Dove Davy Pie says the following. I bought some 10-ounce A-Mark bars way back in the day. I did not like them at first and wanted to sell them for some other bars. Now they are some of my favorite bars. They're a bit uncommon. You don't see them quite as much. I still see them around, but you don't see them quite as much, that's for sure. Eric Ariola. Welcome, Eric. Good to see you, sir. And good to see David G. Yeah, if Pakistani wins the bet, push-ups need to be on camera. Yes, I tell you what, that will be the case. If we see silver hit $40, that's a highly publicized situation where we have a bet going on. If we see $40 silver by December 31st at 11:59 p.m. of 2024, I will do the push-ups, the 100 of them on camera. Now, I won't be able to do 100 of them in a row. I'm going to have to take a break. But I will get them done on camera. Yes, indeed. All right, I think that's a good thing. I will have time to organize stuff around here and get everything and get my face covered and everything, and we'll see. But yes. All right, let's see here. Just Fred is here. Good to see you. And let's get over to this from Shiny Man. Says, a steady continued interest in gold and silver is crucial for the long-term sustainable growth of these commodities. Temporary pullback and the purchase is mostly a slight pause due to the price of gold close to an all-time high. Yes, I think that's right, exactly. I believe that's right. Somebody else commented that I hearted earlier and said that gold is overvalued and it's probably going to go back to $2,100 to $2,000 an ounce. I could see that happening. I kind of doubt it's going to happen, but I could see it happening. It makes sense. Guns and Watches is here. Good to see you. We also have Tony Erickson with us tonight. Good to see you, Tony. All right. Very good. And what do we have here? We got Silver Sleuth chimes in on this video from yesterday. He says the following. Salute to you, sir. Always informing us, entertaining us, and encouraging us to keep on stacking. Thank you very much for all your efforts. Thank you, Silver Sleuth. I appreciate it. I try my best. And I'm honored and humbled and encouraged by your kind words. It's what keeps me going for sure. Good to see Robert Kemp from the United Kingdom. Good to see you. Welcome to Paul Tissue is here. And appreciate Rob Moran joining us as well tonight. Frank Zappa, yes indeed. Chic Your Booty was one of the albums. I'm not as familiar with Frank Zappa, but I do remember that title of that album. I thought was quite funny. Chic Your Booty. All right, very good. And let's see. Oh yeah. Bobby Brown, this is how we do it. Yeah. It's my prerogative. Anonymous Stacker. I'm not a stock lover, but I do consider A-Mark a better option than miners. Yeah, you know what? Depending on the miner, I could see how that could be the case. Having owned A-Mark in the past, but currently don't own any stocks, A-Mark owns multiple online bullion dealers, mainly JM. Yep, that is their flagship, right? And A-Mark doesn't own APMEX or SD Bullion. I think SD Bullion is one of the last truly independent dealers out there, the biggest truly independent dealer, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Gold Chick. I'm glad that she mentioned the Alamo because it had slipped my mind for about 30 to 45 days. So thank you for that. Gold Chick Pistol Pete is here. We got Cyber Curtain Twitcher is with us tonight. CCT posted a great video of some winnings that he got in a really cool silver coin. Yes, indeed. I'm not going to tell you what the silver coin is, but you will know when you go to CCT's video. As I slurp my way to the next comment. Yes, indeed. And we've got Silver Heist, the great Silver Heist. The news from A-Mark is that there are new people buying. All the more reasons out to remember there are veterans and rookies watching and learning from your videos. That means I must be on my best behavior, right? For sure. All right. Good to see C-130. Paul Sargent is here. And we've got Richard Metcalf says, some good news, some bad news. I'm happy for the new stackers coming on board, but decreasing demand concerns me a little bit. I think that could turn around, especially if we see the dollar index continue to fall. That means there's not quite as much confidence in the dollar. And that means we may see more buying for precious metals, especially if it's a continued basis. Norm Manching says, I bought 5 silver rounds today at a high premium at Peddler's Fair, but it's real money and wealth preservation. I have 15 ounces of silver rounds and a half ounce AGE coming this week. Nice. Congratulations. A good chunk there that you got of stacking. AK-47 is here. Paul Tissue is here. Slurp them if you got them. That's right. That's how we do it. That's what we're doing here. Let's see here. And we've got this. Tony Everyday says Sal is buying his new Corvette in silver. He's getting one that is also silver color. Seats are silver color and gold stitching. Now, that would be a fine thing to have. Probably be a gas guzzler and have a lot of maintenance costs, so I probably won't get that. But anyways, something a little bit more economical. Michael K says, I think I have changed my mind on the poll you had last night. Under $30 is my new vote. There you go, Michael K. After the prices have dipped pretty solidly today and yesterday as well. I hear you. I know it may not reach 30 by the end of the week. 75% of you thought it would, but the week is technically still young. It's the first full day of trading, but I digress. Eli says, indeed, brother, PMs are a good way to store wealth, but they don't generate. That's right. Stack on. Frostbite Coins and Collectors is here. Good to see Frostbite. You know, I watched your short, Frostbite, on your daughter answering the joke with a better answer. Did I understand you? Because I watched it like 3 times. Was her answer Harris? Was that the answer? Anyways, I'm not sure. Good to see you, Steve C. I'm right here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And let's see here. Master Blaster says, looks like it's time to buy some silver. $1 over spot would be nice indeed. True that, true that. Good to see Stacking Benjamins. Steve LaPointe is here. Good to see Jamie Fox. Appreciate you guys joining me here. Jeff Nelson says, when it's unloved, it's better buy for sure. That's right. It's a better buy when it's unloved, indeed. Yes, okay, that's cool. I thought this. All right. Smart daughter. You have a smart daughter, that's for sure. Harris is the correct answer. To find that out what we're talking about, watch his. I wanted to make sure that was what I was hearing. Yes, indeed, that's for sure. All right. Mark Got the Shell says here, built up a 1-year cash reserve at the same time as stacking PMs. That way I don't have to sell anything. All right. There you go. I like that. That's a good way to do it. That's what I thought, Frostbite. Yes, indeed. Tommy Harris, that's exactly. Oh, my goodness. She is smart. You've raised her well. John Bannon is here. Good to see you. And let's see here. We've got another comment from Mojave Gold. Yes, on this video about yesterday. If you missed it, check this video out. If anything, just for the eye candy. I try to showcase some neat stuff from the collection, and I think you'll enjoy the eye candy in yesterday's video here. Very good. All right, there you go. For those about to slurp, we salute you. Thank you, JM Unleashed. He's been an honorary citizen for 38 months. Thank you, brother. You are the man. All right, let's see here. Yes, thanks, C130. Appreciate the thumbs up. And so Mojave Gold says, and he thumbed up this video. He was the 80th to do so. At the present spot price, I'm still ahead on all my purchases except for numismatics, which are desired and priced for entirely different reasons than their melt value. That's right. I would gladly take a stack of those Libertads for $30 each, regardless of today's spot price. One of the most beautiful coins ever minted. They are nice. Hey, look at this. He's calling us almost on time. Here we go. Hello?
Hi. Hey, Richard. It's Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. How are you? Thanks for calling.
No problem. How are you?
I'm doing just fine and dandy, like sweet candy this time. Not sour candy, but fine and dandy like sweet candy. But artificial sweeteners, actually natural sweeteners that have zero sugar in them, like Truvia. Or what's agave, I don't know what any other natural sweeteners there are out there. But name them, and I probably would prefer those. What's that?
Monk fruit.
Month's fruit? Yeah, we'll take any kind of fruit. Yep, that'll work.
You ever heard of that?
I've never heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a natural sweetener.
Nice.
Monk fruit.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. That sounds delicious. Yeah. I like the healthy stuff. I mean, if I can, you know. I mean, I say that after I just ate a bunch of McDonald's, but I digress a bit. So we'd like to get a little bit of loanage for the old business here, if it's at all possible. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And get some fundage happening here. And it's funny that we talk about sweeteners because that's exactly the business we're in. We are in artificial sweeteners using natural products. Artificially natural sweeteners is what the company's name is. ANS Incorporated. Artificially Natural Sweeteners Incorporated. We've been in business for 15 years, and we aim to be able to synthesize the most natural sweetening products that we can find out there. How do we do it? We use all natural products, and we stir them all together in a pot. Boom, 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 biggity. Add a little silver. Yep, that's our secret. Let's keep this between you and me and the bedpost. But the silver is an antimicrobial. So as the silver is the sugar is digested through your body, through the mesentery of the small intestine, it's going to do a little bit of magic and action, and the silver will sneak through there, and it will just clean out the old stuff, you know, the nastiness of that gets inside of your gut, and it'll make nice with the poopy when it comes out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a proprietary thing. So we need money to get the silver. Now, silver is down. I think it's probably going to go down before it goes back up again, even though in the Asian markets it's up 0.2%, a fraction of a cent. It's sitting at $28.10 an ounce now. So if we can get, we're going to wait just a little bit. We want to try to see if we can get silver to crack below $27 an ounce. and then we're going to take the money you give us, and we're just going to swoop in and buy a couple of contracts. We need about 5 contracts of the large contracts. A contract of silver is 5,000 ounces, so do the math on that, and how many ounces do we get?
You said 5,000?
Yeah.
5,000 ounces?
Well, 5,000 for one contract.
Oh, okay.
And we need 5 contracts.
Okay, 25,000.
There, boom! 25,000 ounces of silver. That's what we need. We needs it. We needs it, precious. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, and the thing about it is, you know, silver's been going down, and it didn't even, you know, and none of this was expected. We didn't even get a courtesy Haktui before it went down, so we're kind of concerned about that as well. Because sometimes all you can do sometimes in that regard is just spit on that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how it works with us is that the loan amounts are going to be based on your deposits.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you guys depositing into the business account every month?
We're depositing about $98,000 per month, because you know what they say. We do that. The reason why we do that is because there's an old ancient adage by Confucius. He said, "No deposit, no return." And so I took the old Confucius's advice and said, you know what, we're going to deposit those sons of biscuits in there because we're going to need it to return. I just declined a couple of scam calls while I was on the phone with you, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how much you mean to me. This is how much this is going to be important to get this loan happening, because we want to time these markets. Right now, silver is completely flatlined in the Asian markets, so we could see it move in the opposite direction here. It's not this often that I'm keeping an eye. Actually, I'm looking at it with both my eyes. It's, you know, on the silver market right now.
Yeah.
I only got 2 of those, so I can only do a. I can't. I know some people do a double take with one eye. I do a single take with 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can put together some options for you. Only thing I would need from you are the last 3 months of business bank statements.
Okay.
And an application, which I can email over to you.
Nice. I likes it. I likes it. And we'll make that happen. Now, do you need shirts and shoes?
No.
Because a lot of places I go into, they say no shoes, no shirt, no service. So I wanted to make sure that I don't need to send those as well as the bank statements.
No.
Okay.
The bank statements and the application.
Very good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're not that strict, because, you know, I'm kind of frugal with postage, and the shoes I wear are pretty heavy. They're like these little combat boots. I mean, they're not combat, but you know, they're steel-toed work boots, and they weigh a fair amount. And then the shirt, you know, the shirt I wear is kind of a nice shirt. It's a polo button down. It says Hello Kitty on it. And then the thing is, what's weird about these places, they don't say anything about pants. So I just, you know, I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So what's a good email for you?
Probably the good one is the one that I'm checking all the time. I'm not checking it right now because I'm watching the silver markets. But if I didn't have this web page up right now, oh, I'd be checking that email like crazy. It's going to be one, because I have like several email addresses. So the good one is going to be the best one that I'm checking all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which one is that?
It's the AOL account. AOL. That's the one I'm using. Which one do you use the most? What's your best one?
We use Gmail.
Gmail, okay. I use the old AOL. You ever heard of that one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have. Yeah.
Nice. Maybe one day you'll ask me what the email address is. I mean, if you were to ask me that, I probably would tell you, but you haven't come out. You're kind of beating around the bush here. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I thought that's what I meant. But yeah, what's your email address?
Thank you. I was waiting. I was like, come on. I was bringing Andrew in. He's got to ask me. He's got to come out and ask me one of these days. It is silverkitty47 at AOL.com. Silverkitty47, spelled exactly how it sounds.
Okay.
As long as you know how to spell silver and kitty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and send you that application. And then again, all we need is the last 3 months of statements,
Right.
and then we can put together some approvals for you.
I like it, and this is sweet. I'm marginally excited over this, actually.
Yeah. So are you just waiting for the market to go down, or?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the. I mean, I figured if we get the approval and stuff going, then we'll time when the money gets released, and if you can PayPal it to me, friends and family, that's pretty instantaneous. I'll get it quickly, and then I can just snap on the Comex and LBMA and get those guys to crack me open about 5 contracts of silver, and get these 1,000-ounce bars to me, and then I'll probably drive up to Chicago to pick them up. I know a couple of guys in the Comex vaults that'll let me in, and I could probably put them in a wheelbarrow and take them out. They weigh about 72 pounds each, and so we got to be, I've got to do some more push-ups. I'm gonna have to probably get a little bit more in shape before I get those suckers out there. But yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Nice.
And then we got to chop them up, put them in a stew, put them in the artificial sweetener, which has got a bunch of, the stevia leaves and stuff like that and all that stuff. We're going to artificially inseminate it into the mix. And then boom, shalaka boom, it's in a concoction. And that concoction we can give to folks to put in their coffee. We can have it put it in their, their Sanka, their Folgers, their other beverage that has a coffee flavoring in it. And then they will take it, and then it will be good. It'll give them a good sweet sensation in their mouth and help their gut health.
Nice.
That's what it's all about. Well, not all of it. It's also about sweetening, too.
Yeah.
Sweet! You know what I mean? It's sweet. It's sweet. Pun completely and totally intended. Unobjectively intended, that pun was right there. Carefully crafted, Andrew, it was.
Nice.
Yeah. Everything, by the way, everything I'm telling you now, I have written down in a script. This is all just everything that we're doing. I've pre-planned your responses and my response to your answers. I've pre-planned it all.
Really?
Yeah. Almost like artificial intelligence. But that's the next phase. That's the next business idea. It's called artificial natural intelligence. And we're going to be writing this. We're going to write it in Ada. You ever heard of the Ada programming language in Pascal?
No.
Those are old programming languages from the 80s and 90s. We're going to use those languages to create this new artificial natural intelligence. People are going to be using this stuff. They're not going to need the old Chat GPT or the Gemini or the Grok or some of these other artificial intelligence, the Copilot by Microsoft. They're going to be going to us. It's going to be the bomb diggity, and it's going to be completely natural, this artificial natural intelligence. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
But we're getting the cart before the horse here on that one. But, but the thing is that depending if the cart's motorized or not, that might be a good thing, because that means the horse can just kind of tag along behind the cart and really didn't have to do much. The cart would just kind of drag him along there. You know what I mean? So there are some cases where the cart before the horse might be a good thing. That leads me to my third funding need, and that's going to be creating carts for horses, so they could be taken around the block and stuff like that, so they can rest. Horses, there's a lot happening there. We want to make sure that we have our horses have low energy, so they can rest and they can get back in the speed of things again.
I got you.
How many horsepower is my cart going to need, though?
It's a good question.
It's going to be at least 1, because a horse weighs a lot, and it's got to be enough to carry that horse. So it's going to be at least 1 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Andrew, this has been fun. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate the excitement. I'm glad, your enthusiasm over this loan process is rubbing off on me, and I'm so excited. I feel like I could bounce off these walls, but they're made of plaster, and I'm just heavy enough that my shoulder would probably indent into the plaster wall a bit. But I'm going to work on my push-ups to make sure that I'm beefed up a little bit more, because I'm going to need it to get the silver, and I'm going to need it to bounce off these walls and cause more damage. All right?
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir. Take care of yourself. All right. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. All right, very good. Let's see here. Oh, where are we at? We're looking at the markets. What are we doing looking at the markets? What is this? This is not a Sunday night. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what, James Unleashed, I might need to find the timestamp on that thing. I might chop that into a video too, like I did the horse one. Of course, we brought horses into this one as well too. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. All right, so Mojave Gold, we never did read his comment. At the present spot values, I'm still ahead on my purchases, except for numismatics, which are desired and priced for their... Okay, we did reach that. That's right. Thank you. Loves those libertads. I like him too. Choking Ghost, good to see you. I'm surprised he lasted this long too. I think he just wanted some entertainment for the night. I really do. Yes, his enthusiasm wore off on all of us. That's right, exactly. Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, indeed. Very good. Kurt Neuer says, I love Libertad's Plata Pura. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to grab a 5-ounce next week. Nice. Congratulations on that one. We have got here from Align to you. Says here, still after junket spot, just because I like it and they don't make it anymore. There you go. I like that. That's a good way to think for sure, to get it happening. I like the way you think. Money Saver Silver chimes in on this and says the following: I don't look to see if I'm getting ahead, breaking even, or anything. I just look at it like this when I need. It's like, unlike the fiat dollar, it might not be there one day. And well, gold and silver is always going to be around. I don't think we have to fear about that. It's just if everybody wants it at a certain time, it's going to be very difficult to get at a decent price. That's for sure. In fact, if just 5% more Americans decided to become silver stackers, we'd be in big trouble as far as demand. That's for sure. All right, let's get over here to Richard Metcalf. My cushion keeps getting smaller. It won't be long before I'm forced to sell. Oh boy, he's getting a lot of places there. Or I see what you're saying. His cash reserves are getting low. I'll only sell what I need to when the time comes. I'll exit the same way I came in, a little at a time. There you go. Yep, a little at a time as needed. That's for sure. Liquid Electrum got a graded 1884 CC today with textile toning from the burlap and color. It's pretty nice. Congratulations. What a great piece. The Carson City Mint. Anything with a CC on it, even if they're slicks, they still command somewhat of a premium. So that's way to go on that one. All right, Gold Chick says, yes, it's all been in vain. A few days going down puts any stacker into an unrecoverable sense of suicide. Ideation, yes. Been in vain. Crazy. I know. It's kind of sucks to see it. You know, you can get discouraged, but the thing is we need to hang in there and realize what's going on and how the markets operate. I think the more people that understand what's going on, then it makes it more palpable. Seraphim Cherafin, let it go back to 1750. That way I can buy it. The dealers will probably hoard it at that price. Yes, they probably will, for sure. It'll be a lot of buying. Premiums will go up, for sure. Yep. And this is one of the things that has been interesting in the last 6 months. We have seen a situation where people are buying more when the price goes down and less when the price goes up. Usually it's the other way around, but that's not been the case this time. Pretty amazing to think about that. Stava Morrissey, yes, silver is a waste of time. After years of stacking, I give up, selling the lot. Better off have money in the bank on 5%. Well, Stephen Morrissey, I'm sorry, and you feel that way. You must be new here because I've been preaching against that very thing for a long time, and I hope you'll stick around and listen to some more of my videos, because I try to encourage folks like you to hold on to silver, because it's not about even after your years of stacking. The thing is if you're selling your whole stack, I hate to tell you this, but you've never really gotten what it means to be a stacker. I'm sorry to say that, and I don't mean to be rude, but because there's more to it than just the price fluctuations. And depending on how you bought and what your motivation is for stacking silver, the primary motivator should be as long-term wealth preservation over the long course of time with dollar cost averaging. When you dollar cost average at the very least, you protect yourself completely no matter what the price does. And that's really what it's about. All right, so I hope you will come back and stick with us here. Martinko 72 says this. Sal, I'm buying silver like a drunken sailor. If it goes down, I will buy more. And hers is the opposite direction. I will also not encourage that. Or like a drunken sailor, anyways, if following the metaphor. But anyways, I'll get into that in a moment. He started in 2016, so I'm way ahead of the game. I get almost everything from corn huskers now. If you're not picky about the style of, in 2016, gold was like 1,800. Now it's 2,500. It was a good time to start. Thanks for being so prolific. It really makes a difference. Well, thank you, Martinko. And, I assume that you're kind of being exaggerating how you're buying, because I assume that you're using your discretionary income to do it. But you're a perfect example about stacking long enough to see the return on your investment, so to speak, or the hedge portion, because what you bought has hedged against inflation and more, and that's really what it's about. Especially with gold, I remember those days very well. $1,800 gold for sure. Yep, exactly right. Very, very good. Thank you, Martinko. User says silver manipulated. It's a waiting game. No $2,500 for 1 ounce coin. No thanks. So he's waiting. Yeah, he thinks it may be a little bit overvalued. It could be. It'll be very interesting to see what happens, especially after the Fed cuts rates. Wasilla Stacker, I've only been stacking since early 2020, but have not missed a scheduled addition to the stack every 2 weeks since I started. 2 more years to stack until I retire. Awesome. Way to go, Wasilla Stacker. That is awesome. Yes, indeed. That's right. The tribe nails it. Unlike fiat, silver has a good track record for thousands of years. Amen. And you know what else has been around, hasn't been around nearly that long? The markets. The very mechanisms that price that silver. It's minor in comparison to what silver is and how important it is. Well said. Master Blaster is here. Good to see you guys. Good folks here tonight. All right, bring some silver to Tampa, where C-130 is. Silver Turtle 65 chimes in, sees us Libertad's. Says the following here. Let me get to this. More disappointed with the prices of silver going down again. I need to sell some of my stacks soon to help fund another investment. And I'm hoping that will be above $30 per ounce soon. I think we're going to get back up there. I think we're going to revisit $30 soon, $30 silver soon, and likely probably stay there at least for a while. All right. I think so. Could be wrong, but never know. And let's see here. Low blood pressure says, I've got some of those old Libertads at 19 back in the day. Yep, I got some of mine at $6 and $7 back in the day. All 84 and 85s. Common years, but good job. It's a way to go. That was a good price. Steve C, keep stacking. Hard times are on the horizon. Very well could be. True that. Doesn't keep up with sheet. Well, actually it does. And I explained ad nauseum the reasons why it does keep up with sheets as well as inflation. One Species chiming in here. He says the following. Another fantastic video. I totally agree with that wages have not been able to keep up with the reported inflation, let alone actual, for a very long time. My faith in God is first, and my guidebook says to keep faith in gold and silver. I'm hoping to pass this knowledge base to as many people as possible. Way to go, Cliff and Helen. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You are right. Very good. All right, Mr. E says Mrs. E knows what my PMs are for, and Mr. E's juniors knows that the PMs are for in case, and that you need what you need, not for what they want, whatever it is. That's right. Yep, exactly. Education is key for the family and the like, for sure. Good to see you guys. Glad you all are with me here tonight. I appreciate you hanging out. Tube Supio says, happy salutations for this algorithm. Always appreciated. Very kind of you, my friend. And Matt Bittner with an algorithmic hot dog on this one. Thank you, sir. As we work our way up, the great No IQ chimes in. He's still working on my diversification, and I'm getting there. Way to go. Progress is made. And no IQ, he's been that's been a common theme in his comments, and he is working at it. Yes, indeed. And way to go, brother. Papa Stuff says hello. Good to see you. And Richard Metcalf, I like your little Freudian slip. Book the Cooks Club. Maybe I propose. That's right. Book the Cooks. They need to be booked for sure. You're right. All right. Very good. Eagle Steve is here. Good to see you. Welcome. We've got Motocross says, no, it's just coming down so I can get in. All right. There it is. I take advantage of the dip. Ray Gilgrath says here, yes, silver is down. A good time to stack a few next week. That will correct. If not, I will stack a few more. The tides always change. Indeed, they do. For sure. Good to see Coins A to Z is here. Brian Elliott is here. And John Bannon is still with us tonight as we press forward. Richie Luxury is here with a lot of gold bars. Good to see you. Okay, let's get over here to Helen Daub. Says this. Let me get over to this. Now, Helen says, hi, I like to listen to what you say about gold and silver. It just makes sense. I keep up with the latest news on metals and the market. I stack for my kids. Way to go, Helen. You're a great mom, and I think that's wonderful. Good job. Yep. It is a multi-generational wealth transfer down to the young folk. That is great. Very, very good stuff. All right. G-Man caught the live stream. Thank you, G-Man. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. By the way, that name sticks out to me because I don't know if you've ever heard of G-Man is the nickname for government government issue like GI, except it's G-Man. It is a Fed agent, the FBI agent. We're known as G-Men. It's also the nickname given to a former G-Man, that is George Gordon Battle Liddy. Have you ever heard of him, G-Man? George Gordon Battle Liddy. All right, Richard Nixon, 1971. I like silver a lot. Yes, indeed. Very good. I wish Richard Nixon did, too. He should have put us back on macro coin silver again and not taken us off the gold. Close the gold window. All right, very good. Pop and Pop says, I think you should keep at least $1,000 in cash in case of emergency happens. Yep, I agree. Better spend fiat than your gold and silver. I agree with that completely. Very good. And we've got this here from Didi Prepper. Happy Labor Day to you. The best way to store your labor is with metal, gold, and silver. Back up the truck. It's on sale and it's real money. Yes, indeed. All right. G-Spot. Yes, indeed. Grafenberger spot. It is not the same as the Grafenberger spot. That is a different thing altogether. But yes, indeed. Although that is more pleasant than government, Grafenberger is much more pleasant than government. That's for sure. All right. If you can find it. It can be elusive for some. All right. All right, let's see here. Let's get back up here and see what we've got on our way. We've got Mojave Gold says Gresham's Law is still in force. All right, let me get to this. This is about the billionaire investor Jim Rogers video. The good money will remain in the safe and under the floorboards until the bad money fiat has been completely exhausted. I'm hoping the value of our bad money will survive at least until I no longer need it. There you go. I like that. I like that. Very good. And let's see here. Let's press on. So Mojave Gold, thank you, brother. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for your comments. And let's see here. We've got this from Homestead Aquarius. A little dip is better than none, right? That's right. A little dip is better than none. It provides a good opportunity to buy. And most stackers understand that for sure. All right. Let's get to this. Is sparked a rather long conversation for Powerful You. It says here, Sal, I used to be homeless, living in a van. Whoa, that's wild. I have to ask the question, Powerful for You. Was the van down by the river? I just got to know. I was at $0 and I had to collect aluminum cans for gas and food. I bird bath showered in the jack of a box sink. I went in a public library and found a job. Eventually, through hard work, I got off the street and into a room. I don't own a home. I still don't own a home, and that dream seems further and further away as the years go by. And now, as you've heard, the government is trying to give non-citizens taxpayer funds, down payments, and home loans for a house. Yes, in California, they're doing that. I started stacking a few years ago. Glad I started then. I am in this weird purgatory phase of my life where I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm fortunate enough to have a small personal stack, fortunate enough to have a decent job and a roof over my head. But I truly wonder, is the American dream dead? Because when I was in my van with $0, that's a question I asked myself and sought to find out. That was the key factor that kept me going. They say, with a mustard seed's worth of faith, one can move mountains. I have about a twelfth of a mustard seed of faith left. Well, powerful for you. That is an amazing story. And I hope this should inspire so many people, because if you literally had nothing, no money, and a van literally to live in, presumably down by the river, that tells you everything you need to know. You worked hard. You went and found that job. Now you're renting now, but you've got a decent job. I don't know what you're doing now for work, but you took the initiative and the effort. And so look at where you are now and where you came from. That is much, much, much better than somebody who maybe was born into privilege and maybe or I don't know, born into just a regular house and went to college and stuff and found the job. And those people work hard too. But yours is a much longer haul because you really came from nothing and you worked your way up to where you're at now. Presumably now maybe lower middle class is where you're at. But you're buying silver and some gold. Let me see if you bought some gold. But you started stacking. And but yes, I think you're doing the right thing. And the only thing I think harder than what you've done, powerful for you, is somebody who was born into a rich family and they took it and grew that wealth much higher. That's even harder to do because that takes an incredible amount of strategy. But the American dream, even in this economy, even in this administration, given what's going on, is still not dead. And you are living proof of it. Really, that's an amazing thing. So, and I think it also gives you, just as G-Man says, it gives you a new appreciation for what you have. Because you've had to work, kick, scream, and claw your way through to make it through there. So I'm proud of you, powerful for you. Let's see what the scammer has to say about it. Hello? And you didn't scam people to make it happen. You didn't use it off the pain of other people's work. All right, Auto Dollar is gonna probably kick itself out here of the call. Luddy, I'd love to have those Libertads. Only have one right now. Yeah, they're pretty cool stuff. Patrico Rain, thank you for the update of the business side of precious metals. Thank you. I appreciate you watching. I try to cover a lot of different things on the channel. In fact, I did another business video, by the way, in the world of precious metals that hardly any of you saw. If you're here now, I hope you will check out the video I posted this morning. A bullion dealer had built a vault that is bigger than Fort Knox, and a really intriguing story. I hope you will check that video out that I posted this morning. Liquid Election says, feels like a good time to buy now. Yes, I think so. And an even better time to buy today. Sharpshooter Peon says here, I think that says Peon, let me see here. Sharpshooter, yeah, Peanut, okay, Peanut. I think we're just seeing a little pullback on prices for silver and gold. Charts going back for decades show them climbing pretty steady in value. Seems like they increased a lot in the last 4 years. I know just by comparing this price I paid for my Midas stack 5 years ago, that what they say it's worth now. And some pretty smart financial guys like Peter Schiff have been talking $5,000 an ounce. A gold could be coming, and others speculate much higher. However, it seems to me that will just be an inflation thing because 5K won't even have the buying power of $2,500 has right now. I reckon a slow, steady climb is better than a rocket to the moon. That's right. Yep, exactly. For sure. Oh, thank you. JM Lisa's posted a link to that video. I'm going to pin it. Thank you, JM. I appreciate the man. He's awesome. Thank you, my brother. All right. And we've got Ominous Rooster, a new month sale. I bought 7 ounces of silver in August. 5 Buffalo, 1 ASC, my first Libertad. Way to go, Ominous Rooster. That is awesome. And Kevin Copeland says here, reached my first stacking goal with silver on the next level, doing it 636, slow and steady, but doing it. Way to go. That's the way to do it. Just keep going at a pace that you're comfortable in making your purchases. Yes. Oh, yeah. Very good. And let's see what we've got here. It's going to be here to David McKenzie. David McKenzie chiming in on this video from yesterday. And we're getting very close to getting to the videos from today. Bear with me. No way to keep on buying while on sale. The buying power of the fiat dollar is in the toilet. Good evening, fellow stackers. Keep up the good work. Yes, indeed. Keep it up. We're going to keep stacking and holding on because gold and silver are a stopgap against inflation. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. And let's see here. Bill457, what's the Libertad video? You mean the video that the Libertads are in? It's this one right here, gold and silver slump. Don't let your work go to waste. I hope you will check it out. User says, AU goes up and down, so no worries. Keep on stacking to the sky and be very patient. That's exactly right. That's the right attitude to have. And Aussie Rob says here, let me get over here to this, the following. I agree with the OP. Silver will absolutely go below $25. Gold's new absolute floor is $2,100 worst case, but more likely $2,200. I don't think it's going to go below 25. I'd be surprised if it goes below 27 again. I think we had to go into 26 and change briefly, but not for very long this year. After March, that is. All right. No worries, Luddy. Thank you for popping in, Luddy 2009. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Jesus Gonzalez wants to chime in on this video. Gold and silver did something strange today. This is from an older video that we saw, kind of unusual activity in the silver market. Silver is a good resource just in case you need to sell a little supplies or necessities around the house. I am glad that I started stacking 2 years ago and have a good amount of silver just in case of emergency. Had to sell 20 ounces of silver this week to buy some important necessities around the house. I could always replace my silver any time of the week. My gun safe is full and locked and loaded. I'm in control of my silver and gold portfolio. There you go. As long as you have a system and you have some stack in your possession, you're doing good. That's right, Liquid Electrum. It is very volatile. More than likely, we are going to see it recover. I believe that. Yes, indeed. Okay. 4 Wheels from Rob. Wouldn't that be something incredible? Yes, indeed. To see that. This is from the video from this morning. Bullion Dealer builds new vault. It's bigger than Fort Knox. You all should check that video out if you get a chance. Mutant Rife on it says the following. All of the gold, 8,133.46 tons. What the U.S. Treasury says it has would fit in 14,867 cubic feet or 550.63 cubic yards. Value of $650 billion at current spot price. All right. Yes, indeed. We do need an audit. Very good. Count Derpula is here. Welcome, Count Derpula. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's get over here. About time we get this thing rolling here. Silver Slammer is here. Good to see you. Gold Maple is here. And let's get up to this. Chad Wolf. Level 4 vaults. They can get London to insure the depository. Yes. All right. There they go. Have them insure it. Master Blaster Master Blaster on this video from this morning about the bullion dealer building a new vault. Picked up my share of silver this morning, 28 Morgans. Don't quite need a vault yet. I hear you. That's right. Many of us don't, but I hear you. Good to be very, very safe there, for sure. Ah. All right, Adam had to go pee real bad. I'm soon to be having a huge live stream. Yes, indeed. That'll keep going for a long time. All right, good to see. Good to see Count Derpila. Good to see you. All right. Thank you guys for your service. Silver Day, C-130. Appreciate your service. Let's get over here. We have got this from Louis M. 337. Well, at least this new private facility will have gold in it, not like Fort Knox and the Federal Reserve Building in New York, where we supposedly have 8,300 tons. Yeah, right. The last audit was done like 65 years ago, and it did some lame audit with a couple of congressmen. They pulled out a couple of bricks of gold and did some drill core samples on the bars that happened to be real gold. The rest were titanium-coated bars with gold coating, or I think he meant to say tungsten bars. FDR likely sold us and cashed in our gold with the debt from World War II, just like the other two losers, the leaders of more Western world countries like Canada and Britain, who both also sold all their gold. They have zero left, a bunch of thieves. Yep, Canada has no gold left. And that's public knowledge, but we supposedly have ours, but we'll see. We need to have an audit. We're actually going to get more and more people feeling like him. Mutant Rife. In August 1949, the U.S. stated that they had 18,247.8 tons of gold versus today's 8,133 tons of gold. Yep, we had over 20,000 during World War II, I think. All right, very good. Thank you, Adam. Love you too. Good to see Skate Army is here. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah. Let's see. We've got this one, Milk Spot Hero. Silver's getting hammered right now. We knew it, but hammered. Also, nobody knows the specifications of Fort Knox. You have the exact specifications of a lot of the vaults. No one really knows, and that's a secret for a reason. A Cold Dead Hand, I like that name, says the following. The facility may be impenetrable. That's what she said. The company may be impeccable. She didn't say that. But what happens when the government says, hand it over? If you don't hold it, you don't own it. It's a good point. If the government goes out to the facility and forces them to give it up, well, but that's the counterparty risk you don't want to have. All right, very good. Let's see here. And let's see. Where are we at? We've got this from Jesus Gonzalez, says the following here. Let me get over this way. It says, good info, Sal. One concern could be the government order the FBI to confiscate all the gold by force. The company would probably file a lawsuit, but good luck getting your gold back. It would probably take years before hearing of the confiscation. By then, the gold would probably be someone else's possession by the feds or governor's house. Yep. It very well could be. That is a risk you take. And I've talked about that very scenario in a smaller depository or storage facility, or and it's still being litigated over. It's crazy. And that was in Beverly Hills too. And it wasn't whatchamacallit either. Oxford Gold. Reflective Metal says the government can take anything. Social Security, 401k, federalize the banking system. Yes. And in theory, they could take anything and everything. Very good. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. David, I believe there's a little amount of gold in Fort Knox, but rather in secret vaults underneath Wall Street. Well, there already is. We know there's gold there. The New York Fed. Silver Dad knows on this market video here about gold, silver's price suffering again. Never mind the panics. The system is being manipulated on a grand scale. No matter what happens, gold and silver will preserve or persevere, and the more time that passes, the more they will skyrocket. Yes, indeed. Very, very true. All right. Skywalker Precious Metals is here. Good to see you. Glad you're here. One of many is here as well. Mm-hmm. All right. Greg Munsterman says here, this is all price manipulation by the Magnificent Four financial institutions. They're trying as hard as they can to hide the pathetic U.S. dollar purchasing power. And I think that's exactly really the target here. They want to prop this up. And if silver gets hit in the wake of that, well, so be it. That's fine. I think you nailed it there. Good to see Annie Oakley is with us. Tardy, but she's here. Welcome. Good to see Annie Oakley. Let's march on. We have got this from the great Tony Erickson. Calm before the storm. Maybe so. I still think silver's going to get $35 an ounce by the end of the year. And that could be the beginning of the storm. That could be coming our way. Well, and the thing is, there's going to be a storm politically and probably geopolitically as well. For sure. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. We've got this here from Commander Corvusels and Nevermore. Chimes in and says the following. Even though the markets tumbled and fear was thick as fog, it seemed to me that gold and silver were sold to cover weak positions. To me, this is a buying opportunity. Some see weakness, I see opportunities. All right, there you go. Yep, opportunities for sure. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's get on up here. We've got this from ZXRDF 15. Another yawner. Bought 2 ounces of platinum at $25 under spot. Wow, where did you get that? Downturn. Seymour. Oh, $25 spot downturn. I see what you're saying. Seymour and Clarence, a couple of shiny Tudor beast. Very cool. All right. I thought you meant $25 under spot, but you mean when the spot price fell $25. Way to go. All right. And let's see what we've got here. Moving up the chain. Jeff Nelson, dip season. Dip season is almost at the end, kind of like deer season, right? But it's dip season. He's not talking about dipping snuff either. And the better buy when it's cheaper to keep her. Soon, Jerome will cause the PM market to launch when he lowers interest rates. And I tell you, if they lower interest rates a half point, you're going to see them pop up. The metals will, for sure, as I mentioned in the video. Thank you, JM Unleashed, for posting a link to the Salivate Metal Round. Sales have completely stopped on the Salivate Metal Rounds. And I mean, you know, if you have one, I think that's great. But if anybody new wants to buy one, they're available. But yes, indeed. All right, Super E-Rock. I grabbed a roll of high-quality Mercury dimes, and I'm contemplating getting a couple ounces of platinum. Nice. Yes, I'm a big fan of platinum. I mean, but you got to be patient with that one too. And it is trickier. It's a trickier metal to put your money in. EBOM 777. Everything is fine. The U.S. dollar is strong. The $35 trillion in debt is nothing, and inflation is a lie. Keep buying $250 Nikes and Taylor Swift tickets. There you go. And you pay more for the Taylor Swift tickets than you will for the $250 Nikes. Crazy, man. All right. Oh, boy, I tell you. Let's see here. I think I'd rather see Arch Enemy than Taylor Swift, by the way. And the new Arch Enemy song is killer. If you haven't heard it, you should. It's the bomb diggity. All right, the Global Warmer with Hanging Loose and thumbs up. Thank you, sir. And George Hubbard, pullbacks equals money on sale. There you go. I like it. I like it. DD Prepper is here buying the dip. Oh, yeah. And Paul Sargent says here, 25 or 50 basis points won't help anyone with regards to debt repayments. It will, however, spike inflation. Gold and silver will do fine. Yes, indeed. All right. That's true. Because, the thing is, especially credit cards, those interest rates are going to come down very much at all, even with a half-point rate cut. Even approximately how many solvent metal rounds have ever been minted, total combined? For these 2-ouncers, man, I want to say, that's a good question. Maybe 1,200, something like that. Maybe a little bit more than that, 1,200, somewhere thereabouts, that have ever been minted. And let's see here. William Rome says, historically, there is no parallel to the amount of debt linked to the hot potato game of selling off overinflated U.S. Treasury bonds and diminishing gross product sales. All right. Yep, selling off of, yeah. It's interesting. I don't know how you make that connection either. Oh, it does, the main page? Well, okay, yeah, I thought I changed that one, but maybe I didn't. Hardly anybody ever goes to my main channel page, but thanks for letting me know, Paul Tissue. Appreciate that. You can check in the description of the video. All my videos have a link to it as the first link if you're interested in seeing that. But yes, indeed. Thank you for letting me know. Robert Kemp from the United Kingdom chimes in on this video from today with the markets. Managed to stop some of the suffering today and rescued 20 ounces of silver while it was being beaten. Safe and sound now, with all the risk being blown to bits now removed. There you go. Yes, good job. That's awesome. Yeah, silver's not had a good week so far, especially silver is not. And by the way, we can tell this. How can we tell this? Not just by slurping, no, but by the gold to silver ratio. And it is sitting at 88.98, getting close to 90 to 1. Silver's not having a good time. Trash Panda Real, rather, says monthly plan for money metals went through with silver lower. Good Tuesday. 5 more walking liberty rounds out of the stack. Way to go. That's awesome. 4 Wheels from Rob says many people are busy right now. Typical September. Back to indoctrination school. Anticipation of rate change looming. Yes, indeed. True that. We'll see. That's going to tell us a lot. And everything leading up to it is going to tell us a lot too. Christopher Relendunk. Poor old dealers. Every dip I come in throwing the reserve notes and I'm taking all their money. That's right. I tell you, it's crazy. All right, we almost have 100 thumbs up. Thank you, Paul Tissue. All right, thank you. Lonnie P is here. Still learning. Glad you're here. Welcome. I know, missed this whole first hour and a little bit of the broadcast. We had a scammer call. It was pretty funny. Earlier, in case you missed it. Annie Oakley, another opportunity to get more real money. That's right. Amen, sister. Illuminator says, sells the Clark Kent YouTube channel for metal and jocular banter. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've never heard it described as such. Nap4H, best time to buy more silver, price explodes. And I wouldn't even expect it to really explode. I just think it may see a good, healthy recovery when it's all said and done. Medusa Skull says, at this point, if you are still surprised why silver price gets plummeted, there is one last medication you could take to make you feel better. It's called BTFD. I'm not sure what BTFD stands for. Oh, buy the effing dip. Okay, it's called buy the effing dip. I think that's what that means. All right, very good to see you guys. And let's move on up to the next one here. We've got 57, 578, 5B. Let me get over here to make this show some love to this. Too much silver and gold around the globe. 2. In times of deep recession or depression, cash is king. 3. Gold went up too fast. Time to drop back to 2100 to 2000. That's the comment I was looking for. Yep. You're right. I mean, maybe that is the case with gold, but it's held pretty steady for long enough now that I would be surprised if it went back to $2,100. I would be pretty surprised if it did that. All right. Let's get down here. Pristine Auto Detailing says this. I went to the ATM to deposit cash at the PNC Friday. Well, it wouldn't let me deposit for some reason, so I took that as a sign to hold the cash and buy more silver. There you go. All right. Good strategy. I like that. I like that. Good time to buy this with these prices for sure. Way to go, Skywalker, on your one on gold crude today. And $5 gold commemorative. That's awesome. DD Prepper is still stacking. Nice. Nice. Master Blaster says, second morning, Matt picking up a little silver this week. Way to go. Don't know who Morning Matt is, but thank you, Master Blaster. BC Coinstar thought he was first on this one. Maybe he was. Thank you, sir. Mark Williams says here, thanks, Sal, for all the info on the metals. Check out the U.S. debt clock and keep us stacking for first time never seen before in U.S. history. All right. I checked the U.S. debt clock and have done videos on it regularly on this channel for years. And Steve Wood says the following. Good morning, Uncle Sal. Another great video. I haven't been buying much. Looks like waiting is the way to go right now. Are you buying or sitting right now? I'm still in sort of a buyer mode, but not as much. I'm saving up for a car and trying my best to get it. There's a little payments, especially with interest rates and stuff they are, but I don't desperately need one, but I'm going to need one soon. Yes, indeed. Very good. And user. All right. I agree completely. All right. Have a good night, CCT. Appreciate you so much. All right. Have a good night, Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Check out CCT's channel. Appreciate you, brother. Israel Rodriguez. I got some junk today. Nice. Congratulations on that. All right. And 23 Keith. Are you buying fractional at the moment, Sal? Actually, believe it or not, I did make a fractional layaway purchase today. Believe it or not. Yes, indeed. And motocross, are silver miners truly drying up, as some are saying? Well, primary silver mining is drying up, but there's a lot of other silver that comes out from other sources. I mean, with other metals. Dennis Niemeyer, I think now is the time to buy. A good time to buy. Yes, I do. If you have the extra cash, it's a good time. Find the best price for what you're looking for. Olive Gagnon says, first, gold hasn't dipped under $2,500 at all during the day. Actually, you're wrong about that. He said the lowest it went was 2506. Maybe your benchmark valuation ticker for gold is different. Mine is legitimate. The one you're using is from a bullion dealer. Never, ever use bullion dealers to find out what the price of gold and silver is. Never, never, ever. That is the. I might need to do a video on that to educate people, but yeah, it's yeah, it went well below, and it's still $2,500. It's still under that right now. $2,493 is where it is right now at this very moment in time. Take a good habit to compare gold to other currencies and just U.S. dollar before making theories. Gold was 33.79 Canada this morning and 33.83 at the end of the day. Actually went up. That's the value. That's the dollar index. That's another measure of the dollar index. And in reality, the dollar index is probably going to be the better scale then going through all those currencies, that just goes to show you the strength of those other currencies compared to gold, compared to the dollar. It's a three-way, pun intended, a little menage a trois in that regard. But yes, indeed. So, Oliver, lesson learned. Never check spot price with bullion dealers. Let's see here. Self-aware tells me the dollar crap the bed, and it's everywhere. Yes, indeed. And Chuck Silverstro on this market video today. When the markets crash, commodities decline along with financials. Silver will show huge declines, but that will be fake price and premiums will increase, so you will not be able to buy the fake spot price. Gold and silver will be among the quickest to recover. I'm old enough to have seen this happen several times. It happened in 2020. But it's going to take probably a pretty big dip in the markets, much like what we saw last month. Maybe even for a few days. We'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. Nothing goes up every day. That's right. There's always pullbacks on some level for everything. Billy Smith says, I've been calling the $22 bottom for silver, but I don't know crap. At $22 I'm buying. Well, I think you might have some wishful thinking there, but I could be wrong. We'll see what happens. One thing is for sure, this coffee is done. Now I'm putting my chaser in here to wash it all down. All right. What's up, poppin' stuff? Poppin' Puff, we're here. And we're going to do a 30-second push-up sale. A 30-second push-up sale. When I type the word start, the sale will go on. That means $3 for every dollar donated, 3 push-ups for every dollar donated via PayPal, and 4 push-ups or exercise for every dollar donated via PayPal. Friends and family. As soon as I type the word go, that's when the sale will go on, and it will only last for 30 seconds. That's right. And so let's see here. Go. There it is. Now I have to time it. I gotta time the 30 seconds here. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't have the stopwatch on this thing. Of course, by the time I find the stopwatch on this phone, it'll be over. That'll be it. That'll be all she wrote. We're already like 15 seconds into it. So, anyways, let me go on to the next one here. David McKenzie bought more silver today on the dip. Way to go. Nice, nice, nice. And let's see here. We've got Stephen Well. As long as Federal Reserve is in charge, never a fair value. That's right, exactly. Oh, whoa, all right. JM Unleashed has got in just under the radar. The sale is over. All right. And that means I owe JM Unleashed 15 push-ups. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Boom, shalaka, we got it. All right, 30-second sale. Got in just under the radar. Whoa, gotta love a sale. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Let's do it. Let's get some 15 push-ups underway. Here we go. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. There we go. Man, all right. Nice. Thanks, JM. Appreciate that, brother. You are the man. All right. Very, very good. And let's see here. Whoa, look at this here. Oh, my goodness gracious. We got a 20 spot that just came in after the sale because I literally just picked it up. And he didn't leave his channel or his account name here. But I tell you what, since he did that, we'll honor this. So I'm going to do this $20. If you could tell me who this was, as I don't want to say your name here, but thank you, sir. And I think if it's who I think it is, then I just don't want to assume. You know what I mean? But I think it's who I think it is. And let's see here. Very good. So I'm going to go ahead and honor this because he probably initiated it before the sale was over. So I owe 20, 40, 60, 80. 80 exercises here for this individual. And I haven't seen him in the chat here for a little bit, so I'm not sure if it's him. I think it is him, but I don't want to... Exactly. Very good. Yes, indeed. I should have said if you do it via PayPal. So let me try this. I'm going to do 20, 40, 60, 80. I'm going to do some curls. Let's see here. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see how many curls we can get in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. All right, there we go. 30 curls. And boy, I'm glad I didn't guess who I thought it was. It was Skywalker Precious Metals who sent that. Thank you, Skywalker. Appreciate that, my brother. And Lonnie P54 with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Lonnie. I'm going to give you 2 exercises here in a moment. Thank you. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, Lonnie. This might be her first one to do that, too. Thanks so much. Very, very nice of you. And you know what? I think I'm going to do some razor kicks next. That works my abs and my back as well. So let me see if I can get those done. Let's see what we've got here. And Liquid Electrum is doing a train now. Whoa, thank you, Liquid Electrum. Appreciate that, brother. So let me, yes, no, Pistol Pop Pete. See, the reason why these push-ups and stuff work is because, get some butt kegels in. Because I'm a fairly light guy, so it doesn't take as much to lift me up off the ground. So in that way, it's kind of a cheat code in that regard. Let me do these. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Wow. Do I feel that in my stomach? In my back. That's good. I need to do this more often anyway. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Liquid Electrum as well, too. And Skywalker Precious Metals, very kind of you. And then get through Skywalker's exercise demands first from the sale. And let's see here. Catch a little bit of breath here, too. Let me answer one more comment. Reflective Metal chimes in and says the following. I'm glad you're featuring the Krugerrand. Not a very popular coin, but for that reason, you can get them at a good price. Yes, you can. I saw a bullion dealer had a sale for like $25 an ounce above spot. It's a good price for those. I like to find a 1967. Those things are actually good going for big bank now. A 1967 Krug. I would love to be able to get some of those for sure. Jay Briscoe. If you want to find out, you may be asking the other people in here about palladium, but if you want to know my thoughts on palladium, if you go to my channel and search all the way to the right and type in palladium, I've done a lot of videos on palladium. Yes, indeed, I have a whole bunch on palladium. So I hope you will check that out sometime. All right, and Salgorithm from Mr. Sal, thank you. No IQ, you are the man. I appreciate that. Very kind. So I owe Skywalker Precious Metals 30 more exercises. Let's see if we can do 10 push-ups. And then 20 more curls. Let's see here. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there's 10 there. And 20 more curls. Here we go. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. Oh, boy. Yeah, get a little workout tonight. You guys are great. Thank you so much. And let's see here. Catch my breath, then I'll get the other exercises down. For those of you, there's extra who tried to do a train here. Liquid Electrum. And let's see here. And Lonnie. We'll get those two in here in a moment. Let me catch my breath first. And maybe answer a few more comments here too. Folks must hoard the original Krugerrands and never seen one. Yes, it must have been the case. I'd like to get the first year issue of the major bullion coins around the world. Like the first year Britannia, which I think was 1982, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. And the Maple Leaf was 1979. I'd like to get one of those. Silver Days says, even though I'll walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no silver dips, for you're with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. There you go, Silver. Silver Days, I love it. Very good. Needs to slurp some more hot coffee after that exercise for sure. Skywalker's got a 72. That's cool. That's awesome. All right. Very, very good. Yeah, Skywalker, you got the blood flowing in my veins tonight. I tell you what. Thank you, brother. Dennis Niemeyer, have a good night. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you popping in tonight. You are the man. Have a good night, my friend. Bill 457, I have Libertas from 84. Have from 2015 to date. Nice. Good job. One old school, and the rest modern from 2015 to the date. And Coins A to Z says, that's quite impressive. Thank you for checking it out, my friend. I appreciate that. Watching from the live stream. Jim Condazno says, silver is going way down. I wonder how far it'll go down. But I still think that silver could break out in a big way. But it might take a little bit of time. And Hot-Headed Joel says, this is what they do. They bring everything down before they drop rates. So when they drop rates, silver will pop to 29 something. So we will be right back where we were. What a scandal. Yep. That is a good point. It very well come right back. And that is a big move. Psychological aspect of it. Or maybe it's a scandal. Maybe it's manipulation. Who knows? It's crazy. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let's get to the next one. Homestead Aquarius. Good time to pick up some more consistent purchases on ups or downs. Add up while waiting for the backup truck moments. Yes, indeed. Yep. Exactly right. That's another way to do it. The ways to be able to purchase, for sure. Take some discipline and strategy. Discipline and strategy is the name of the game. Davy Pie. Gold to 3,000 to 4,000 soon enough. Silver will creep up to 35, 36. Then when gold goes parabolic to 4,000, 5,000, silver will pop up to 40, 50. The GS ratio will stay quite high because gold is going to rocket in the next 3 to 4 years. All right. Seems that gold has really done a great job so far for the last couple of, well, years here. Especially, yeah, yep, exactly. Especially this year's done well. And we've got F37 metal here. Chimes says, great video. Awesome info. Fantastic silver display. I appreciate that. I've never sold my silver, mundane or super stuff. I'd rather just use the cotton and fiber fake money to do with that with. My PMs are for when it all comes crashing down and your gold and silver can be used to get the thing that really count in that situation. That's exactly right. Targeted purchases for the right reasons when they really count the most. That's a very, very good point. Indeed. All right, let's do this. Frederick Newcomb on the silver batteries hype, or are they or will they be reality? Let's see here. Let's get to this. SSDs, solid state drives, are specialized silicon-based memory devices, not power source devices. They have a much different technology. Silver may be used in solid state devices, but silver is not a solid state device. An SSD requires external power to operate. A silver battery is the power source. Pretty much all devices within our computers, cell phones, laptops, any device you plug in a power as a battery is full of solid state devices. These devices use gold and silver to ensure a very low resistance connection to the internal circuits within a device. Don't confuse the technology between solid state device and solid state batteries. They are different. For interesting videos, always enjoy videos very much because you bring a wide variety of topics into discussion. Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, they do use, they do call them the solid state batteries, and I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess it's different. I don't know why that is, but thank you, Frederick. I appreciate that. Ominous Rooster. I can agree with you, Sal. When gold tops silver keeps rising, solve is fun to collect, but gold is seriously collectible. Yes, indeed. That's right. And we've got Homestead Aquarius. May all of our ships be loaded when the tide comes in. There you go. Indeed. I agree with that. Foxy Joe. Yes, the petrodollar has been done really even before they announced its death. It's really not that it hadn't had that much of an influence for a number of years now in reality. It was really only needed in those early days when gold was required to be utilized to buy oil. That's what set gold, the dollar up for its hegemony. But now that it's top dog, it doesn't need to be really tied to oil or used in trade for oil, because about 58% of all transactions around the world, it used to be 72%, utilize the dollar. And Milk Spot Hero, I saw a breakout and the Swing Out Sister song popped in my head. All right, there we go. I like it. I like it. Got a little song in your heart and in your head in this case. Chris Bustler, good information. Thank you. Appreciate that. Pudwhacker, silver used to be used to clean and purify water. Can also be used to make homeopathic medicine like colloidal silver. That's exactly right. We got slurp action from VK Travelog on this Sunday night broadcast. Thank you. Davey says, must be Groundhog's Day again. There you go. Yes, indeed. Matt Bittner with a song in his heart and on screen with that emoticon. Wim Fender, using today's dead clock numbers, he says, silver is only coming out of the ground at 7.3 ounces of silver per 1 ounce of gold. Yep, that sounds about right. And by the way, for those of you new being here, every dollar that's donated via PayPal, I do 2 exercises or push-ups. Every dollar donated via Super Chat, I do 1. And I owe 7 to 2 folks who have given me Super Chat donations here. So I'm going to do those 7 push-ups to fulfill that obligation. Here we go. 7 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. All right. Now we got it. We're all caught up now. Thank you, guys. Liquid Electrum and Lonnie. Appreciate it. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. are here. I don't know if both of them are or just one or the other, but I can tell by the way that Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker's typing that is Mr. West Texas Stacker because he didn't capitalize the H. Women are typically better at grammar and typing than guys are. So give the missus a big hug for me, Mr. West Texas Stacker, and let her know that you've been found out in this live broadcast and identified as the Mister. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. John Bannon says many of them say silver will hit $300 an ounce. Some must have an agenda. Yes, could be. You won't hear that here. I may talk about others making that claim and trying to bring folks back down to reality for such a thing, but I don't believe it's going to hit that anytime soon. We're in big trouble if it does. All right, Brandon Anderson, I was getting cheap silver on Whatnot. Sorry for not making it. No worries. Congratulations. Just be careful. Some of those auction sites, make sure that they're legit. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes. Oh, yes. And thank you, James Alicia. Yes, if you do send it via PayPal, friends and family, make sure to put your profile name in there so that I can properly thank you. And Foxy Joe says this, Sal, no one can chip away at my silver dollar like they can do my fiat paper every single day. Yes, indeed. Single Woodman Day. That's right. You're right, Foxy Joe. The silver maintains its integrity. Very good. All right. Thank you. All right. Mrs. says hugs, hearts, and high fives. Thank you. Check out Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker's channel, by the way. And appreciate that. So, Foxy Joe, I owe you 5 push-ups. Thank you, my friend. Very kind donation there, sir. Let me get those out of the way for you. Here we go. And you guys are awesome. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there we go. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. And I'm also not against, if you instruct me to do Kegels in place of push-ups or any other exercise, I will do them. And I can probably do them while I talk, but if I'm really doing them right, I need to concentrate. I'll have to probably count those out too, because I need to strengthen up the sphincters. Let's see here. We've got KC Thunder. I don't the breakout happen. I think he meant to say I don't see the breakout happening as long as the corrupt U.S. bullion banks are crushed with maximum real massive physical buying demand and delivery. And that demand has stifled a bit, I think in part because of inflation and prices maybe being too high, is because of especially gold, but yes, indeed. And I did a video talking about some of those numbers. Nice survival. I don't want it to break out. All right. I hear you. If you're a buyer, you would not want that. Smoked turkey sandwiches sounds good. I like smoked turkey. Thank you so much, THS. Yes, indeed. Watch out for Yellowstone earthquakes and volcanoes. And the Money Metals Idaho Vault. Yes, indeed, that's right. I don't know how close that would be to those, but anyways, good to see you guys. We've got Matt Bittner with an algorithmic lollipop, I think. That's not a ping pong paddle. Jake Balsterlitz says here, silver, an industrial metal is getting absolutely slammed, all past. Well, it did dip again. For the last couple of days, it has been slammed. I would agree with you on that. Today, it did try to recover some of that loss. Gold and silver down tonight. Yes, indeed. Silver down 50 cents again. Can't catch a break. I know, I hear you. It's been a tough thing. Red Crawler says, had to burn the midnight oil to listen. All right, well, thank you for checking it out, my friend, and being a faithful viewer. You are awesome. Appreciate you guys. All right. Gold and silver says this, I hate silver because I don't have enough. I hear you. I hear you. Don't hate it, just stack it. It's not two brothers, but a corporation buying the entire silver market will make 1980 look like chicken feed. Yes, indeed. Could that be a mark? I don't know here. American Bulldog Fit. Watched an old video about what are the best bars to buy, gold bars to buy. Royal Canadian Mint products are the best because they have great security features. Indeed, they do, including on those bars. For sure. All right. Let's see here. Let me see here what's happening. This way. Get to the next comment. These videos like this don't do as well. I'm glad he wouldn't check that one out. Lou Piz 2N. A breakout is likely possible. Bill Shakespeare never said it better. That's right. Old Bill. Good old Bill. Edward 3. Silver is in particular harmful towards women. I'm critical of silver. That's an interesting one. Oh, thank you, Foxy Joe. I appreciate you, my friend. I'm glad you guys are here. Appreciate your kindness and support. And here's one, a blast from the past video somebody responded to and recently saw and commented. Funny thing is at the back of the coin, the Chinese character, which means back, and the front has a different character, which looks like that, but I'm not sure what it is. Interesting. Okay. These chop marks that are on there. Back. All right. Interesting. Make 3 of your best scam call video. Pistol Pete. Well, make a 3-hour best of scam calls video. Well, I don't need to, Pistol Pete, because guess what? All you have to do is just go to my channel. I can one-up that, Pistol Pete. If you go to the playlist tabs and scroll down, you will see it here. It's called, where is it? Salon Marketing, Prank Calling Scammers. 82 videos, more than 3 hours worth of material in this, by the way. So all you gotta do is just press that, and you can listen to years, well, a period of years making these calls. There it is. And so there it is. So check that out. This playlist, if you click on View Playlist, you can see all of these that have been used. Some of them short, some of them longer. And so Al added up 82 of them. We've got a couple hours there. I think you'll like some of these. I went back and listened to a few of them myself. Some are a little bit funnier than others, but all of them completely random, impromptu. Good stuff. There's Dwight Schrute on this one. Pressing Benjamin's buttons. That was a pretty funny one. So yes, indeed. All right. So I hope you will check that out if you get a chance. If you want a good laugh or even a moderate laugh, might be something to check out. The best companion for you is this. If ifs and buts were candy nuts, that gets old pretty fast, bud. You do have a lot of decent content, but I get that it's YouTube hyperbole and all, but it gets monotonous and people quickly become tone deaf and fed up to the hopium after a time. I'm not sure if you could be pretty specific as to what I'm talking about, because I get very specific in this video what I'm talking about. And I've not seen a whole lot of other people talk about this breakout that I'm referring to, given the period of time that we are living in right now with inflation and the first rate cut in how many years? So it's not hyperbole. And by the way, I'm not saying silver is going to go to $50 an ounce in this video either. So, and I think if you've been watching my videos for long enough, you should know better, especially if you think I've got a lot of decent content. Because this video is by no stretch any kind of hyperbole or making any promises that silver is going to go to the moon or anything like that. But we're talking it could move pretty big if what I talk about in the video happens. And I've been doing videos like this, and you've probably seen them before. This is nothing new here. So anyways. No IQ says, Salgorithm, Mr. Sal. Thank you, sir. Always appreciate you watching. Cole Marsh is here. Good to see you, Cole. One Species is here. And Rude Awakening says, I'm going on record. If they cut deep, gold and silver climb. Yep. Oh, yeah. I think so, too. Silver Drill Pickle is here. Good to see ya. Let's get down to some of these. David Kernan's going to buy more silver tonight. Great video. Did you make it happen? That was from a day ago. Wonder if you got some. Angel Eyes. Sal, can you talk about 1881 and a few other years? Silver dollars have some various 1880s. Put away for a long time. Carson City. Just wondering your thoughts. Well, you're doing great. Those are good. Any silver coin with a CC on it, whether it be Morgan dollars or anything else, is going to be worth some money, even if they're fairly wore down. All right, very good. Let's see here. Yeah, Dean R. I went through puberty since that time. All right, let's see. We've got super giant geckos. 1 or 2 weeks before the next major holiday. That's right. That's going to be what is the next holiday? What is that going to be? It's not Columbus Day, is it? I don't know. F-37, great video and good info. Thank you. Appreciate that. Chetchkar. Great content as always. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, my friend. All right. DD Prepper with a 283rd thumbs up on the live stream from Sunday. Nice. Thank you. Peggy Morgan says, if YouTube wants to keep suppressing us and our ability to give and receive information, maybe we should fix that while we're taking back over. Yes. I tell you, it's going to be hard to suppress the old algorithm. Columbus Day. That's in October, though, right? That's more than 1 and 2 weeks away. That's next month, isn't it, Silver Drill Pickle? He said 1 or 2 weeks away. Hello there, Eli. John Bannon. We shall see, brother. Good video. Thank you. Appreciate that. And D. Howard says, PGM Stacks, if you love silver, give me a thumbs. There you go. All right. And we got a James O'Neill Brown with some algorithmic emoticons. As always, appreciate that. Willie Spencer, I did a couple of videos about it. If you go to my channel, I thought you saw that video, but if you go to my channel, let me go back over here. I did 2 videos on it. One that was relatively bullish on it. This new technology could make silver... No, that's actually a different one. Oh, our silver batteries hyper reality from 5 days ago. Check this video out right here. Our silver batteries hyper reality. Willie Spencer, if you check that video out, it'll answer your questions. All right. What's your problem? I just picked up 5 more silver eagles. Way to go. By Thursday, silver will rebound and then some. Watch. All right. We're going to keep an eye on it. Will it happen? Will it happen? All right, we've reached the last comment for the night before we say good night. From Media Man, who we've not heard from in a while. He says, I'm glad to hear the concept of inflation-adjusted profit spreading. I bought a 1973 Canadian $10 Olympic coin in 1973 at face value. Contains 1.44 ounces of silver worth $5.78. 54.78, a profit of 44.78. Not so fast. 1973 Canadian dollars are worth 68.40 today. Hence, the profit of 44.78 turns out to be a loss of $14.62. And there was a part of a much larger sale. The capital gains tax would be calculated on the 54.78, half of which would be taxed at my marginal rate of 50%, causing the loss to be increased by a further $13.70. 28.32. That's right. Whenever you talk about profits, you got to think about taxes too, and all that other stuff. For sure, it's crazy. Good point, Media Man. Very, very good point. That's why it's a hedge and not a wealth creation. And gold and silver are not there to create wealth for you. That's not what they're there for. They're there to preserve the wealth you have as sound money. All right, folks, you guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much for all of your kindness and support tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. I got to get to work on yet another video for you guys. So I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to all of you for being here tonight and leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for, keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.